another episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where I am your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, and I am always joined by this wonderful, wonderful co-host of mine, y'all, Mr. Henderson. All right, Hen. You gonna say what's up?
I did. Said it with my head.
All right.
Hey, check this out.
Well, how can our viewers watch the show? With your invisible hat.
Yeah, man, y'all couldn't see my hat. I got this hat from the CBD Expo.
Sure did.
The cool thing about this hat, now it's blue, right? And blue don't show too well on our little deal.
It don't.
But check this out. This joint is 100% hemp.
CBD.
Nylon.
Hemp. Y'all heard it here, and y'all saw it here first. Your first CBD hemp hats made from all hemp, all natural. All right, Mr. Henderson, can you show and tell everybody how they can watch the show today?
Well, I can't show y'all, because y'all might see something on my Instagram that's lit. I can't show y'all. But I tell you, you go to a web browser, type in statusnetwork.net.
Type in status.
Call
network.
in number if you got something to say. I mean, anything that you got to say, man, whether it's good to what we say or whether it's counter to what we say, please feel free to call in. 470-251-4647.
And
say, man, if it's bugging you, call in. You got a problem with somebody, you wanna, I don't know, say whatever.
Say it.
Call in and say it on the show.
That's right. And we're going to give you some CBD gummies for those who call in and be interactive with us, because we want you to share and call into the show. Please and thank you.
If you're on Instagram, manifesttv.status, on Facebook, Status Network LLC, on Periscope, status_network_, Twitter, status_network_, on Amazon, Fire Stick, and Roku, Status Network, Manifest TV, Holistic Cannabis Show. On YouTube, it's Manifest TV. Look for the Holistic Cannabis Show.
All right. That's it. That's all the places you can watch the show. And I just want to let you all know what the
right
topic.
Here on the couch. You can watch it on the couch or the chair.
Oh yeah, the couch or the chair. You can watch the show. Kick off your shoes, relax, enjoy this show. All right. So the cannabis topic this week is the legislation. Everybody, be happy, stand up, be proud. We're trying to get this passed, federally legalizing cannabis. And so this is some information you all want to know about what's happening. And live, there was a hearing with some of the legislation and Mr. Schumer about the cannabis industry and the cannabis plants becoming federally legalized, y'all. Federally legalized.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, Chuck don't smoke.
Chuck don't smoke, but that's okay if he federally legalize it.
Well, it's
a
right
choice.
Now
it's a choice.
Right now, it's like going to a vote. You know what I'm saying? And man, I don't know. I'm just particularly weary about somebody who wants to legalize, or somebody who carries a lot of weight in the legalization effort, but they don't participate in it. So that makes you question their ulterior motives. Other doors could be open behind Chuck Schumer, just being like, yeah, for the weed, yeah, for the weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but they in discussions about it. They in the little bill is coming out. So, you know what I'm saying, man? That's still good.
It's still good. It's always good. All right. And then we have our special guest today who will be with us a little later. Her name is almost like mine, but she is the Lady Moss Boss. All right. Miss Yolanda is going to be here talking about Cmos. Okay. So the health benefits of Cmos and her company, wonderful company that she's the founder of with Yoli's Meal Prep. So we're going to have her on the show a little bit later. But after this video we're going to watch talking about the legalization process and how they came up with all of this a couple of days ago. So we're excited. This is wonderful news for the cannabis industry. And if you want to call in, you can go ahead and give us a call, 470-251-4647, so that you can give us your input on the topic and we can put you on air. Are you for or against the legalization of cannabis? And we're going to give you a wonderful prize for calling us and giving your inputs. Thank you. After this.
Here in the Senate, we are all joining together to release draft legislation to end the federal prohibition on cannabis. This is monumental because at long last, we are taking steps in the Senate to right the wrongs of the failed war on drugs. I was the first Democratic leader to come out for the legalization of marijuana, and I will use my clout as majority leader to make this a priority in the Senate. As my colleagues and I have said before, the war on drugs has really been a war on people, particularly people of color. The Cannabis Administration and Opportunity Act would help put an end to the unfair targeting and treatment of communities of color by removing cannabis from the federal list of controlled substances. This is an idea, it's not just an idea whose time has come, it's long overdue. We have all seen the agony of a young person arrested with a small amount of marijuana in his or her pocket. And because of the historical over-criminalization of marijuana, they have a very severe criminal record they have to live with their whole lives. Tougher to get a job, tougher to get credit, tougher to live a normal life. The waste of human resources because of the historic overcriminalization has been one of the great historical wrongs for the last decades. And we are going to change it. We are going to fight hard to change it. And America is on our side. 70% of Americans now support legalizing adult use of marijuana. In the 2020 election, it was put on the ballot by petition in South Dakota, and even South Dakota, one of the most conservative states in America, a majority voted to legalize adult recreational use of marijuana. If South Dakota can do it, the Senate should be able to do it. And we're going to fight to make sure it happens. My thinking, of course, like so many others, has evolved on the issue. When the laboratory of states, led by Senator Wyden's state in Colorado, legalized, the opponents had listed this parade of horribles. Drug use will go up, crime will go up. Well, that didn't happen. None of those parade of horribles ever occurred. And now, for justice and for freedom, it makes eminent sense to legalize marijuana. A number of states, including my own of New York, just legalized recently. The doom and gloom predictions haven't materialized in any of these states. And as more and more states legalize marijuana, it's time for our federal cannabis law to catch up. We also very much believe in the expungement of records. Because of the historical overcriminalization, people shouldn't have to live, if they had a small amount of marijuana in their possession, people shouldn't have to live with a criminal record the rest of their lives. Expunge those records. Let these people become productive citizens without that criminal record, severe criminal record, hanging over their head. We also want to make sure that there's a fair administration and that smaller businesses and communities of color are not left out as marijuana is legalized and sold across the country. So this is a bill we've consulted the experts, we've consulted many of our colleagues, and the next step for this critical legislation is getting further input from stakeholder groups, which is essential to the legislation's success. It's time for the country to engage in this discussion and update our federal laws, not only to reflect popular wisdom, but science. I yield to Senator Wyden.
Thank you, Majority Leader Schumer, and I'm going to be brief. This is cannabis common sense, and I'm very pleased to be here with the Majority Leader, my friend Senator Booker, who has done so much work on this issue, and I'm here because the current cannabis prohibition, a pillar in the failed war on drugs, has been devastating to millions of Americans who seek only common sense and fairness from their government. For example, it defies common sense that small businesses now living in areas where cannabis is legal cannot deduct their business expenses or access the banking system. A few days ago, I saw exactly what cannabis common sense is when I visited a dispensary in Astoria, Oregon. The employees came up to me when I was there and they said, "Ron, thanks for what you're doing to legalize cannabis back there in D.C. Right now," said the employees, "we're getting great pay and great benefits, and they want that to be made more available." Now, during the year when most businesses were struggling to keep their doors open, the COVID period, the cannabis industry added hundreds of jobs. And as I mentioned, they were good paying jobs with health care and other benefits. And what we're going to do is make small businesses and minority entrepreneurs a fixture at the table, a place where they have always been sidelined and shut out. For example, our proposal is going to give them an opportunity to get ahead through the small business grant programs, and we want to make sure that they get a fair shake in taxation, which is why they are going to pay half the rate of the big businesses. This moment has culminated for years with red and blue states alike taking action. And I'm very thrilled that the Majority Leader and Senator Booker have incorporated many of the provisions that were in my S-420 bill that I introduced a number of years ago. This is cannabis reform done right, a good dose of common sense and fairness that is long overdue in America. And with the leader's indulgence, can we just go to Senator Booker?
No. I introduce Cory Booker.
I have never been fought over like that before. This is a historic day. This is a historic day. The United States of America has never seen a day like this before. The first time, Senator Schumer said it was the first time a Democratic leader. No, this is the first time in American history the Majority Leader of the United States Senate is leading the call to end prohibition of marijuana. And joining him is the chairperson of arguably one of, if not the most powerful committees in the United States Senate. This is a historic day that these two leaders are going to put their will and their work and all of their heart behind this justice bill. It has been a long journey to this moment. In my very first months in the Senate, in the basement, I had a press conference with families of children who had something called Gervais syndrome, which is seizures. The brave young girl sitting in a wheelchair had over, at times, 100 a day. And her mother was what you call a marijuana refugee because it was illegal in her state, so she moved to a state where marijuana had been legalized at the state level, but she talked about the fact that she was still violating federal law and that she could be prosecuted, that the person that was providing it could be prosecuted, that universities couldn't study marijuana to get the dosage right for her child. During that press conference, her child fell into a seizure. To this day, it's still one of the most moving moments of my Senate career. That we have criminalized Americans, and now some people, for trying to help their child, and now some people are probably wondering, well, oh, people aren't getting arrested anymore for possession of marijuana. Well, I'll tell you right now, I saw it when Jeff Sessions became the Attorney General and said he would restart prosecutions. I see it now in the facts all around our country. In 2019, there were more marijuana arrests than all other violent crime arrests combined. And the majority of those were for simple possession. This is a grievous reality. Lives are being destroyed every single day. And the hypocrisy of this is that right here in the Capitol, now people running for Congress, people running for Senate, people running for President of the United States readily admit that they've used marijuana. But we have children in this country, people all over this nation, our veterans, black and brown people, low-income people, now bearing the stain of having a criminal conviction for doing things that half of the last 4 presidents admitted to doing. We are in the midst of a grievous moment of injustice, and it is deep at the core of who we say we are, equal justice under law. And so we have waited too long. We've seen the disaster of prohibition once before in this nation. This is hurting every American, and I end with this fact. Law enforcement resources all over this country are desperately needed to solve crimes that are hurting other Americans, theft and larceny and assault, sexual assault, and other violence. But yet, instead, we have our precious resources being used to lock up majority black and brown people for doing things that presidents and congresspeople and senators have done. This bill is urgent. This bill is long past due. And I am proud that today we are making history by having the 2 champions on either side of me leading this fight to finally end the war on drugs, which, as Senator Schumer said, has been a war on people, to end prohibition once and for all for marijuana. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take questions on this subject only. Go ahead, DeBonis.
This issue has broad support in your caucus. It has significant fiscal implications. Why not include it in the $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill that you expect to pass in the next couple months?
Because this is going to be a process. This is a draft bill. We intend to show it to all of the stakeholders. We don't have the votes necessary at this point, but we have a large majority of our caucus for it. We're going to show it to the others and say, well, what don't you like? What do you like? And we'll see if we can get the support. But we're going to put our muscle behind it, our effort behind it, and we are going to get this done ASAP.
All right, y'all heard it here. So, wow, that was powerful. So you all can watch the rest of that show. That is the press conference with the Schumer.
With Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer, and Harry Wyman. Hey, man, yeah, it sounds good, everything that they were saying, especially their speech by, you know what I'm saying, fellow Senator Cory Booker.
Cory Booker.
You know what I'm saying? That was a very, very impassioned speech about it.
That was passionate. That was good.
And so finally, at least they making moves toward it, you know what I'm saying? Making moves toward doing something to at least get it to where people can't be punished for smoking weed or having a small amount of marijuana, you know, depending on what that small amount is, though.
Right. Right.
So I'm saying.
You're right.
And so what if you going, well, I mean, go ahead and legalize it, man. Yep. Legalize it all. You know what I'm saying?
Legalize it all.
Legalize it all, man.
All right, so we have a couple of things that we want to talk about as far as the school is concerned. Classes started on yesterday. It was a wonderful time. The classes began up again. The class prices will go up in September to $2,100. $2,100. So if you did not get in on this class at the regular price, the classes will be going up in September. We have partnered with a new organization, the Gift of Life Community Home, and we'll go through those videos and show you what's going on in just a second. All right, so while those are getting prepared to be viewed, we'll go ahead and talk about the other topics that we have, especially the birthdays for July. So if you had a birthday in July, we want to wish you a happy, very happy birthday. I want Mr. Henderson to sing it. Mr. Henderson, you going to sing happy birthday to our viewers?
No.
Why?
No, because the hand does not sing.
Okay, well, Mr. Henderson's not going to sing today. He does sing. He's singing in the shower. I'll be hearing him. All right, so that's okay. We won't get you to sing this time.
That wasn't for the show, though.
But it's okay, because I heard you sing before. You got a good voice. All right, so happy birthday and shouts out to you. The fact that we are getting ready to have our back to school event coming up here in August, it is coming up now, so if you want to sign up, you can. There's a QR code that's here for you. You just grab your phones and take a picture of this QR code. It will send you directly to the website where you can sign up for school supplies if your loved one is in need of school supplies and you're in the Atlanta area or maybe Texas. I'm trying to get my Texas crew to go ahead and move forward with back to school supplies. All right, so if you're in need, go ahead and do that. Also, the Natural to Life event where we're going to distribute the school supplies is happening, and it's fashion, talent, and natural hair show. So Back to Learning Edition 2021 school supply giveaway. All right, and that's going to be again August the 21st, 2021 at Highway 138, 820 Highway 138 in Riverdale, Georgia. Sign up to be in the fashion show. All right, Saturday nights live. We want to give you an opportunity and a platform to share your live talents with karaoke, open mic, poetry. So for free for members to get in, it's a $20 love donation if you can. You can cash app Yo Norm. All right, so adult friendly fun. We have bingo, we have table games, we got it all. So if y'all want to hang out with us every Saturday night, we're in the building. All right, so there's a place where you can be yourself, be free, be COVID free, and get some information. The Natural to Life 2021 also has a booklet where if you want to sponsor, you can. We have a couple sponsors with Miss Chick's Boutique. We have Pearls for Passion. We have the Grace Medical Institute, Moms Helping Moms. We have shouts out to Big Shot Entertainment, My Sister's Keeper, the Gift of Life Community Home, and the Holistic Society Health and Wellness Clinic, along with yours truly, Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science. And this booklet will include your business. If you want to have an ad in the booklet, it's $25 for a business card. It's $50 for a half a page ad, like a half page, and it's a whole page ad is $100, and the donations go towards the school supplies for this event. We also offering Bye Bye Belly Juice, where you can slim down your waist if you feel like you want to slim. Only $35 for the tea. It removes toxins without having to spend the day on the toilet, right? So it curbs appetite, reduces bloating, it boosts your energy, and is laxative free. So get Snatch Detox Tea. It's wonderful. So this is our comprehensive medical cannabis course. It is September the 18th is the next one that's starting from 9:30 a.m. now to 5 p.m. We're an alliance with the Gift of Life Community Home, so we're no longer going to charge the fee that we were charging. So if you hadn't got in on this class that started yesterday, if you still want to, you still have a little time. We can make up the class on Monday. If you still want to take the course at 4:20, the special is still running until the end of the week, so until Friday. Health benefits of cannabis. If you all do not know what all the health benefits are, I know a lot of people is talking about the new strain of Delta 8s that's out here. So Delta 8 is going to be your pain reliever. It still have the THC content in it, but it's going to attack specifically those nerve cells that says, you know, pain signaling pathways. So we're going to help with pain and with the Delta 8s. And of course, with all the other strains, you come to the class and you're going to find all of this out. This is going to be your best friend.
Congratulations to Yolanda Henderson. She's now a powerhouse executive. Woo-hoo.
Sometimes you gotta toot your own horn. All right, so before our guests get here, we also have a quick, thing that we want to talk about as far as the Baba Belly, the cryo scan that we're offering over at the center, where we're reducing fat, we're helping with facials, and we have a before and after. We had a guest who came in, not a guest, a client who came in, and she gave us permission to share her wonderful before and after photos. So you see those results. It is happening, and that was a 15-minute session on the arms, and that was a 15-minute session on the face. And the facials are really nice. They're cool, cools you up, and it tightens. So first we do the weight loss, and then we do the tightening. On the face, it's only the get rid of the puffs, the fine lines, wrinkles, if you have any lifting that you need to done, and especially on the neck. So some of us, like myself, we got the rolls on the neck, you stuff, if you can pull it, you can do it. All right, so come on out. Our wonderful strain of the week is what is it, Mr. Henderson?
The Rutz Strain.
All right, so let's watch this video on the Rutz Strain, Mr. Henderson.
A hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
It's a strain of the year. Back in 2020, it was the strain of the year. The Rutz Strain is celebrated for its creamy smoke that is smooth and welcoming. The strain promotes euphoric and uplifting effects that are known to last for a long time. All right, now the Rutz strain, it is a rare breed of marijuana strain, and it is blended with indica strain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a video on this. All right,
it's a
so
really good
let's go
strain.
up. Go scroll up for us, and there you go. It actually won an award, so we're going to talk about this Rutz strain.
It was the strain of the year in 2020.
It was the strain of the year. Okay. Right.
The gelato strain and the Skittles strain had a kid. His name would be Rutz. That's a good strain too.
All right. All
Yeah,
right.
I like this strain.
You like this strain?
I do.
Good. All right. Tell us what you like about this strain.
It lasts a long time.
It lasts a long time?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. It do make you feel pretty good. It relieves stress. Put you to sleep if you can't sleep. Mm-hmm. It's a nighttime strain. It's not a strain that you want to do if you got something to do, if you have somewhere to go.
There you go.
Or operating heavy machinery or driving a car for a long time. That's not a strain that you want.
Don't indica and drive. That's the new motto. No indica and drive.
We got these right here.
Nobody is called in to get the CBD gummies.
Yep, they're CBD, industrial hemp.
Yep.
Strawberry flavored.
I'm gonna start doing trivia for free classes or free credit repair. Mr. Henderson, what do you think? What can you tell a guest about credit repair today? What's your credit repair tip?
Credit repair tip. Always get it in writing. All right, always get it in writing. Anything other than that doesn't work. I used to be a bill collector, and when people would call in and say, "Oh yeah, I just want to get this stuff paid off my credit report. I want to take care of it." You know what I'm saying? If I pay it, will you delete it and remove it? And so, being a bill collector, of course, my thing is to make sure that my team wins.
That's right.
So I would tell people, I'll make sure to get taken off the credit report for you.
That's it.
You pay that. I'm still under no obligation to do what I even told you I was going to do on the phone. I'm under no obligation.
Okay.
However, if you get them to agree to remove that from your credit report in writing, Now that story is different because you could always say, hey, you know, this is what you promised. Creditors, bill collectors, original creditors, they only honor their side of agreements when they make it in writing. That's why they can hold you to your obligation, because it's in writing. So when you go and apply for that car, they tell you if you don't pay for that car, then they're going to repossess your car. That's what they mean. They're going to repossess their car. So it's the same thing, and it works. It's called the paper delete method. That's one method of getting something removed from your credit report if you're trying to close on a house or trying to make a quick purchase. You would use the paper delete method.
That's right.
Now, I do have paper delete information if anybody needs to know how to format their paper delete agreement or however. Yeah, just call, send an email.
Call or send an email. nthcredit@gmail.com or 888-959-2093 extension 102. All right, and you can give him a shout out. And if you want to come by the office, 820 Highway 138 in Riverdale, Georgia, someone will be available to help you with all of your needs for financial education and literacy at the Gift of Life Community Home Health and Wellness Center, which is a holistic center that provides holistic lifestyle choices to help you maintain your life holistically, mind, body, soul, through spirituality, joy, your health, your finances, your education, your home environment, home cooking, joy, spirituality, and more. So that's all of the things that we offer at the Gift of Life, as well as we just opened up at the Empowerment Center. And we want to shout out to all the lady bosses and let you all know that we had a wonderful time on yesterday. We have some wonderful pictures and amazing memories of the wonderful grand opening where we were able to ribbon cut with you all and show our support. So if you all have not gone out to 1501 Pennsylvania Avenue in McDonough, Georgia, it is a wonderful place of empowerment for women and for babies, kids. If you have a child, a teen mom that's pregnant, or if you have anyone in your family that needs any baby supplies, please come out to the store. They're only open on certain days, so please give us a call so that you can know what day to come out to that location, and we will be doing more business. There are the pictures. The ribbon cutting was awesome. You see those beautiful ladies I'm surrounded by? Oh my goodness. All right, so if you all watched the previous shows, you all heard and saw their testimonials here on the show. So again, shout out to you ladies, and we will see you all soon. All right, so now for our special guest. So we're going to switch over to this quick commercial, and we're going to bring in our guests right after this.
For years now, state after state after state has given the green light to the cannabis industry. But now, perhaps the biggest pot push yet.
There is an urgency to this because there are people all over our country seeing their lives destroyed, they're hurt.
Senate Democrats are rolling out a draft of their plan to try to legalize marijuana at the federal level. First obtained exclusively by NBC News, it calls for removing cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act, expunging federal records of nonviolent cannabis offenders, and setting up regulations to tax pot products.
So, do you have the votes?
Well, we're working on it.
Working on weed are Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, and Oregon Senator Ron Wyden, the chair of the Finance Committee.
We legalized in adult use in 2014. And oh my goodness, the skeptics said that Western civilization was going to pretty much end. What we have seen in terms of the actual facts is we've generated more than 6 times the predicted revenue.
Is this one of the top priorities for Democrats?
It's one of the high priorities. We have a lot of priorities, obviously.
But at the same time, you haven't been able to get infrastructure done yet. Why bring this up now?
We got to move forward on a whole lot of things.
Critics say the marijuana industry has been growing too fast and is marketing high-potency pot to kids.
I think we can expunge records. We can, not prosecute low-level use, not give someone a criminal record, but we don't have to go to the other extreme of, pot gummy bears and 99% THC dabs.
Supporters of federal legalization argue communities of color are still disproportionately incarcerated for a drug already legal in many states. 18 states plus D.C. allow recreational pot use. 37 plus D.C. allow medical marijuana.
The war on drugs has not worked.
Stephanie Shepard spent 9 years in prison for a nonviolent marijuana-related charge. Even now, job and rental applications are brutal. This legislation would change that.
What has a drug conviction done to your life?
Changed it completely. My life will never be the same.
What's also changed dramatically is Americans' views on weed. Back in 1969, only 12% backed marijuana legalization. Now, 68% do.
More and more people across the political spectrum want it. And so it's going to roll. It's going to roll.
But those Senate Democrats face an uphill battle, not just with Republicans, but also with some in their own party, including President Biden. The White House press secretary today notably did not endorse the new legislation.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.
All right, so you all heard it. The legalization of cannabis is at hand. What you think, Mr. Henderson?
Cool.
Cool. All right, what do you think? Oh, our special guest is here. Miss Yoli, tell them about what you do and your name and how, did I pronounce it right?
No, it's okay. Yoli is fine. My friends call me Yoli. We're now friends, so that's fine.
That's right,
yes.
that's right.
My name is Yolande Horn-Payne. I am Lady Moss Boss with Yoli's Meal Prep. Our company does meal prepping, helping busy moms to make sure that they're eating healthy. I also incorporate Cmos into my meal prepping. And today, I guess we're going to be talking about Cmos.
There you go. Love it, love it, love it. So when I tried the Cmos, guys, my own personal testimony was this is the absolutely best tasting Cmos I've ever had. All right, it's the real Cmos because she showed me pictures between the fake Cmos and the real Cmos. All right, so now I know how to look at Cmos if I want to make my own. So she sells her own,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I do.
All right, and so forth. You can purchase this from her. So tell us everything about how we can purchase the Cmos. What you told us was the difference between the fake Cmos.
Okay, so unfortunately, fake Cmos is being done across the country to capitalize on this new, well, it's a new phenomenon for everyone. It's a new superfood, but for me, I was born in the Caribbean, so I grew up with this. And it, you know, people are making this Cmos in their pools and bathtubs and
pool.
And so they make it. They're doing some sort of chemistry. I don't know what they do, but the fake Cmos is a little bit thicker. It has a lot of salt on it, and it looks almost creamy white. The real Cmos, you just saw that went across the stage, across the camera. It is golden. It can be purple. It can be green, or it can be a multiple of colors, and it depends on where in the Caribbean you get it from. If it comes from Ireland, it's going to look a little bit different. There it is right there. And so, you know, the texture of real Cmos is very similar to Chinese noodles, that crisp, dry, you know, almost noodle-like look. And so you know that is real Cmos.
That's real.
That comes directly from the Caribbean Sea.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's awesome. Thank you for that. So tell us what I got from you. This is the... Tell me a little bit about that.
This is the Cmos Gel.
Okay.
So a lot of folks don't know how to really make the Cmos Gel. And so you use it as, you know, you intake it, you can ingest it, 2 to 4 tablespoons daily consumption. So this is what you're seeing right here. This is the pink Cmos.
Okay.
It is the gel.
Okay.
You can put it in your smoothies. You can put it in your drinks. You can put it in tea. You can put it in coffee. You can, you know, so instead of me listing everything, you can, you know, in essence, you can put it in everything.
Okay, so everything. You want to
everything.
Cmos, put it in everything.
In everything.
So we actually, when we do our Bye Bye Belly, we have Cmos included in it as a added benefit because we know that it has a whole bunch of minerals in it. So can you explain that to our viewers?
Yes, absolutely. So Cmos, our bodies uses about 102 nutrients to function.
Sure does.
And Cmos has 92 of those 102. So
92.
I mean 92. So that tells you if you're doing 2 to 4 tablespoons, on a daily basis, that will give you your daily intake of all of the different vitamins that's in Cmos. I mean, there is a lot. I am actually gonna make sure I do teaching classes so people can understand. I think people are just, they're riding the wave, and it's good to ride a wave because it's something good for you, right? But I really want to educate people why you need to have Cmos in your system. We're in this pandemic mode, we're still in it, and this is really going to help you, build your immune system.
It is.
And, in the event, God forbid, you do get COVID, God forbid, you do get the virus, your body will be able to fight that, once your immune system, and, understand Cmos is not a miracle. It, you just don't take it in the head. It just goes away like that, right? You have to be doing all of the other things in conjunction. You have to make sure you exercise and you're doing your daily water intake, you're eating healthy, all of that, and with Cmos as part of your, it's a supplement,
it's a supplement, just like anything else.
Exactly.
Your multivitamin.
Right, exactly. That will then help. I mean, there's so many studies and so many stories that I'm hearing from my customers. Their blood sugar level has been reduced. They're using one less, hypertension, drug. They're using, and that's the whole thing. The whole idea is to get people to get off of those, and conventional drugs are good. Their uses for them.
Their uses.
I believe that. But I believe in taking care of, whatever comes from Mother Earth.
There you go.
Needs to go into my body first.
There you go. First, that should be the first medicine, not the alternative choice. I always say alternative medicine. They say it should be an alternate, but we should be doing this first before we even get to that point. So if this doesn't work, then it's either not the right. Not the right brand, like you said,
or the right combination, for your body, or it could be your body is not
or
just
your body
it
cannot
the right
take it, so you have to convert over to the pharmaceuticals, which is okay. I mean, we don't knock anybody for their hard work and labor. So, but thank you for that. That is very interesting, and you want to tell everybody where we met because that was a wonderful event.
I mean, this, it's been amazing. It's been a whirlwind weekend for me. I mean, I had the opportunity to be at the McDonough Empowerment Center. I love what they stand for. They stand for, businesses, empowering each other. Each one teach one. I believe in that. I always said, one of my taglines is, tell a friend to tell a friend, each one teach one, That's true. And, I was blessed to be there as a vendor at the Mix and Mingle. And we met, we chatted. I didn't think we were going to be working this soon, but, as the gods would have it, here we are.
Here we are. Everything is by divine connection and appointment. I believe it.
Absolutely.
All right. So God is the witness. This stuff works, and I'm proud of you. And we want to empower businesses, and more women should be this way, and especially African American women.
Absolutely.
Because businesses thrive when we work together.
Absolutely.
And when we empower each other, and when we don't have all the hate and all of the backbiting and all of that extra other stuff. So
there's enough information for us to share with each other. My grandmother used to say, well, she still says it because she just turned 100, and she's still around with us, and she's still walking. She's got all the faculties, taking her Cmos.
100 years old,
That's right. And she said, a rising tide raises all ships. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Yeah.
I love wisdom. I love being surrounded by wisdom and women of wisdom.
Absolutely.
All right, you have it. Well, thank you for being on the show. Did you want to quickly talk about the other business that you do with the meal prep?
Yes.
Okay.
So, with our meal prep, that's coming soon. We're launching our brand new website this coming Saturday,
right.
July 24th.
Uh-huh.
It's yolismealprep.com.
Okay.
And with meal prep, what I do, I teach people how to, go get your shopping list, what you need to do, how to prep and shop, and you take one day to do that,
Yes.
and then you have the meals for 4, 5, or 7 days. We're going to be offering veggie options and vegan options.
Okay.
We're going to be offering holiday options, and this
Okay.
is going to be through a master class,
Okay.
which will be able to be downloadable.
Oh,
and you just do that. So
wow.
I don't have to physically come into your home.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be
It's a
downloadable, and
class.
you will have your shopping list, like I said. Have your instructions, and you'll have me along with you, showing you exactly how to work these recipes.
Isn't that amazing? I was just praying about that. I was talking to my husband. I was like, you know what? Jenny Craig have a whole thing about how to lose weight and what foods to eat and everything. So I was like, I need to include this in our organization with the Gift of Life. So now we can partner with you and sell your videos and things like that. Oh my goodness. You see
And
how
the
life
other
works?
The other part of that is, incorporating Cmos in everything that we eat. So that is the goal, to show
That
you
is the
how
goal.
a little bit of Cmos here, a little bit of Cmos there, with the healthy foods, the healthy food choices that you're going to make, will then advance you. You'll eat properly, you'll be healthy, you'll have energy, which we all need energy, right?
Yes,
And
we
so-
do. All right. Well, you all heard it here live on the Holistic Cannabis Show. And if you all have any questions or concerns, the way you can reach her is
at yolismealprep.com. That's my website. It will be launched fully July 24th, and then you can reach me on Instagram at Yoli's Meal Prep Seed to Table, and then on Facebook at Yoli's Meal Prep.
All right, Yoli's Meal Prep. All right. Well, we were glad to have you all join us today, and until next week, same time and same place.